Dear students, today we are going to learn about Robert Frost's poem The Road Not Taken. It is one of Frost's most popular works and relates to the problem of making difficult decisions. Robert Frost, he was born in San Francisco in 1874 and died in 1963. He studied at Harvard, and his poems show deep appreciation of natural world, and his images like woods, stars, houses, brooks are usually taken from everyday life. This is all about Robert Frost, the poet. The Road is Not Taken is a beautifully composed lyric. It is a personal lyric published first in 1916, just after his return from Britain. The title is often misremembered as The Road Less Travelled. It is often said that Frost's intent in writing the poem is misguided as well. The lyric, The Road Not Taken, it is divided into 4 stanzas. In the first stanza, the theme of the poem is introduced. The first stanza reads like this: Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both, and be one traveller. Long I stood to where it bent. In the long I stood and undergrowth. To where it bent in the undergrowth. In the first stanza, the poet says that he is traveling all alone, and he comes at a point where the road is divided into 2 paths, and the poet feels sorry. He has to choose one option from both the roads, but he cannot select any option because there are 2 roads. So he tries to stretch his eyes and tries to look down as far as possible so that he can see the roads bend in the deep forest. The next stanza he paused a long while, taking his time to truly considering which path might suit his interest best. And it is a difficult choice for him. He doesn't want to be wrong. He doesn't want to have regrets. In the second stanza, the poet says, Then took the other just fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. In the second stanza, the poet decides he will take the path that appears less travelled, the one that is more grassy, and it indicates that it is less worn. But the problem or the dilemma for the poet is that both roads are equally leaf covered and worn out. So what to choose? So the poet is in dilemma. He cannot decide which road he has to choose. In the third stanza, the dilemma of the poet develops, and it becomes confusing for him to select any of the option. But he chooses to go for the second option, which looks better for him because it was more grassy and it wants to be worn out. So he goes for the second option. but at that time there is a doubt in the mind of the poet, and he doubts whether he selects the option and he goes for it, whether he would be able to return or not. That's why he neither looked as though they had been travelled at all that day. For a quick second he thinks he will come back another day, but then he is honest and admits it is unlikely that he will follow through. In the final paragraph, the poet says, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. This final paragraph and the final two lines, I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference, is the essence of the poem. In these lines, the poet says that the paths in woods and forks in roads are metaphors for life's cries and decisions. We have the freedom to choose, but we don't know beforehand what our choice will result in. These lines indicate that the poet has made a difference in his life because of the option he had selected before in his life, when he came at a point where he had to choose one of the roads, and he rightly chose the correct option, and that's why at the moment the poet is a distinguished poet, and he is different from others. So he suggests that if you want to do something different in life, then choose the option that is not chosen by others. You have to choose by your own, something different from others. And if you go with other people, then you will not make much difference in your life. At the same time, the poem has another interpretation, that is, when the poet had to make a choice between the two roads, he had made a choice, but he did not realize any difference between the two roads, and without realizing the difference between the two paths that opened up before the poet, he chose one of the options. But it was not for the poet to decide whether the road would lead him to the destination that he wanted to reach or not. That's why in this poem the poet talks of the standard dilemma that we encounter innumerable times. This is a symbolic poem. The dilemma in the poem is a central thing. The fork in the road is a metaphor for life's crises and decisions. We have freedom to choose, but we don't know beforehand what our choice will result in. Even though the poet says that even though he knows the paths that are equal, but he took the one less travelled by, and it has made all the difference. This poem is not about the road less travelled, though it is about the road not taken. The theme of the poem is the dilemma that one person has to decide or solve a problem. There are many literary devices used in the poem. The poem revolves around the metaphor comparing the decisions we make on the journey of life to a fork in the road. Just as we must decide which road to take when traveling in order to arrive at a location. We must make decisions in life that will greatly impact our destination. The speaker is a traveler on the road of life who wishes that he could go both directions and avoid making a decision. The poet has used various symbols like woods. The poem is set in the woods because we get an image of a quiet, deserted place where the speaker is left alone to decide. There are no road signs or people to stop and ask for directions. Similarly, there are no signs in life designed to help people choose their path. Roads. The roads are symbolic of the paths we take in life. Every road leads to a specific place, and nature of one's destination depends entirely on the decisions that are made. We don't just arrive at a location, we make a series of choices that lead us there. Another symbol that is used in poem is morning. The morning represents a new beginning and the endless possibilities the day ahead has to offer. Frost sets the poem in the morning to reveal that the speaker is in the early years of his life and his future is spread out before him. These are the references that I have used, web references for the interpretation of this poem. Thank you.